Joining us now is Senate Majority Leader John Thune. Do you think there are 5 Democrats willing to vote?
Hope so. We'll find out soon enough. I think this vote today is a really challenging one for the Democrats. It's very hard to defend voting against. Ron Johnson is offering a counter proposal, Dana, that is, as was pointed out, would pay everybody who's working. So any what they call accepted employees, anybody who's currently working and not getting paid would get paid under this proposal. The Democrats are going to try and counter it with a political gimmick, which would pay federal employees once, but then continue the shutdown. They're trying to have it both ways. I mean, this is all about politics for them. If they open up the government, their left-wing base goes nuts. If they don't vote for Ron Johnson or something else, then a lot of the federal employees are going to be without pay. And you got a whole lot of other programs out there, including the SNAP program that's available to people who really need food assistance in this country is going to go away here soon too. So we're getting to where the consequences of this are very real. The Democrats continue to play political games. They are afraid, just absolutely, desperately afraid of their base. And that's why we're in the situation we're in. So it's going to take 5 Democrats, probably not going to come out of their leadership. They're in a place, they're a lost cause. I think it's going to have to be rank and file Democrats who end this.
I want to play this soundbite from Catherine Clark, Democrat from Massachusetts, on admitting that there's leverage for them.
I mean, shutdowns are terrible. And of course, there will be, families that are going to suffer. We take that responsibility very seriously. But it is one of the few leverage times we have. It is an inflection point in this budget process where we have tried to get the Republicans to meet with us and prioritize the American people. And it's been an absolute refusal.
So that seems strange to me for her to say, because if you're just asking for a clean CR, then nobody has leverage. The government just moves forward.
And that's the way it's always worked. 13 times under Biden, and when the Democrats had the majority in the Senate, they did this very thing. This is a routine thing to continue to fund the government until we get the other appropriations bills done. This is a clean CR. It is nonpartisan. It is short term, and it's passed the House. It's sitting at the desk at the Senate. We could pick it up, pass it today. If we get 5 Democrats, put it on the president's desk, he signs it into law, and the government opens up again. What she said, that quote you just played, is the quiet part out loud. I mean, they don't care if people suffer. I mean, this is a political game to them. And obviously, she just said what I think is pretty clear to most Americans.
All right, this is also going to bubble up because here's some local headlines about federal workers who aren't working and are not getting paid. CBS Boston saying that furloughed federal employees are delivering food and packages in Massachusetts to pay the bills. In Kansas City, no pay and no relief. And in Ohio, it's definitely been tough. Food distribution helps federal workers amid shutdown. You're going to see a lot more of this. And I think it's worth it, since I have the time with you, for you to explain to people what exactly it is that the Democrats are going to offer today that's going to try to make it look like you're the one that is seeking to keep the government shut.
Right. They're going to offer what's called a unanimous consent request. In other words, it's something you can do in the Senate if you get everybody to agree, that would allow the federal employees to be paid for one pay period and then shut the government down again. So it's a ploy. It's something designed to give them political cover. It doesn't solve the problem. We need to open up the government. The other things that they want to talk about, I've told them we're willing to do that, but you can't be done while the federal employees are being held hostage. And I'll tell you, Dana, night before last, the Democrats had this drone-a-thon that went on all night. We had one Democrat senator who read the same poem 4 times. 335 federal employees in the Capitol had to sit there all night and not get paid. And listen to these Democrats drone on endlessly. This has to end, and the Democrats are, I mean, it's in their hands right now. It's up to them to end it.
There's also, of course, the fact that the health care subsidies for Obamacare could be going away, or maybe they would get extended. We'll have to see. That's a bigger picture story, and one that I know Democrats are going to press you on and Republicans are going to have to deal with. But in the remaining time that we have, what would you say to a federal worker who might be making a decision today on whether to have to go and visit a food bank because their paychecks aren't coming in?
Well, if they live in a state that's represented by Democrat senators, call your Democrat senators, tell them to open up the government and let you get paid. It's that simple. And if you're in a state that doesn't have a Democrat senator, call Chuck Schumer. call people who have it within their power to end this. Every Republican, not every, all but one Republican are voting every single time. We've had 12 votes now to open up the government, and the Democrats have block voted against it. We have had a few, I should say. We've had 3. We need 5 more. As you know, it takes 60 in the Senate to do anything consequential. So we're at 55 right now. We need just 5 Democrats to do the right thing for the American people, and hopefully somebody will.
All right. Senator, please come back as this goes on. Hopefully it won't go on for too much longer, but we love having you on the show. Thank you.
Thanks, Dana.